James, how much more is there to come from you at this stage of your career?
A lot more. I'm only 31. I ain't been in too many hard fights. I'm on my fourth defence, Steve. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling fresh. Obviously, I'm injury-free now. The last couple of years, I've had a lot of injuries. You know what I'm saying? I remember I had my groin injuries. I got operation on my nose as well. I had a deviated septum, and now my shoulder. But yeah, I'm fixed, and yeah, I'm back.
You ever thought in those couple of years, blow it, I'm just going to enjoy life now?
I did. There was a couple of times, but listen, this is all I know. I love boxing. It's been a big part of my life, so it's hard just to give it the elbow. But yeah, there have been some hard times, but you come through it. You start training again. You start feeling good, and you're ready to get back at it.
You've headlined at major arenas in America like the Barclays Center. Why have you come back home now?
Because I needed to come home. I wanted to come home. I've done the American stuff. I've done my American bit. I've boxed my last fight. I boxed at the Barclays Center in a unification fight against Jack. Wicked experience. But now it's time to come home. Yeah.
Al Heyman's your advisor, so how did it come to link up with Frank Warren for this fight?
The link up was, Al Heyman just come to me and said, do you fancy doing this? And I needed to box before the end of the year. And yeah, this was the best. This was the best deal. Like Frank delivered, he pulled up with the goods. So yeah, I'm back on BT Sport on BoxNation. I'm happy. Yeah.
What lays ahead for you in 2018? I presume Benavidez is possible, the WBC champion. I think he's a stable mate as such with Al Heyman.
Yeah. That's a fight that can happen. Benavidez, Ramirez. Listen, I want to prove that I'm the best. So all the champions, the big fights. But yeah, Benavidez looks like first move in 2008.
Have you been watching the World Series thinking, I should be beating all these guys?
Yeah. I've been watching it. Been getting a bit annoyed watching it, if I'm being honest. But yeah, listen, I'm recognised number one, and I want the winner. Whoever comes through that in May, I want the winner next year, late next year.
Who wins it?
Difficult one. I originally said Smith. I'm going to keep with Smith, but Rose looked good, and Eubank looked right in his last fight against that Turkish guy. So as I say, whoever makes it through to the final will be good.
Obviously, you're in it, I guess, at this stage, you're to amass as much money as you can. So could that include a move to light heavyweight and another fight with Jack, particularly if he wins the world title?
A possibility. Obviously, I want to deal with the fights now at Super-Middleweight because there's some great fights out there. But yeah, in the future, you never know. I can move up to light heavy. I'm big enough, and if it was the right fight and the right money, yeah, I'll do it.
And the fight we've got coming up on BT and BoxNation, Billy Joe Saunders against David Lemieux for the WBO middleweight. I'm sure you've sparred with Billy and you know him from the amateurs. How does that fight go?
Billy Joe Saunders, this is the perfect opponent for Billy Joe Saunders to announce himself as one of the best and look good against, because that Lemieux is strong, tough, comes forward for a lot of punches, and he's made for Billy Joe. Billy Joe, I've sparred him, I've done a lot around him. When he's switched on, he's sharp and he's fit. He's tricky. He's lovely. He's lovely to watch. He's hard. He's hard to get in there and fight against. So Billy Joe in a stand-up performance, a wicked performance, and looks well.
One final question I've got to ask you: do you feel old when you see Daniel Dubois on your undercard?
Bro, do you know what? It's mad. Listen, he come up to me and he was looking at me, and I was thinking, is this guy what? Is there a bit of like? Then he come up to me and James, don't you remember me? I used to go to an amateur club, and then I looked right in his face, looked in his eyes, and I remember his little face. He used to look up to me, a little gap in his teeth. He's there. I don't know if he's still wearing now. His little bald head, and I went, oh my God, dude, how big he is! He's massive, he's a monster. Yeah, but he used to go to my amateur club. Can't believe it's all clicked into place now. Madness, but yeah, wicked talent, and yeah, he looks good.
Yeah, he's certainly one of his greatest moments. You taking the Olympic gold back to the club and letting him touch it.
And now his face. I think there's a picture. I've seen a couple of pictures as well of like him only small. Like it's crazy. And look how big he is now. Mad. He's only 20, isn't it? Mad.